pleased to welcome Shervin Pishevar. He's a serial entrepreneur and the CEO and co-founder of a hot new company, Social Gaming Network. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Mateen.
You have been on the entrepreneurial scene twice. You sold your first company, which apparently had 30 million users. This is the second time around. Want to ask you, now that we're talking about entrepreneurship and spreading entrepreneurship, not that it didn't exist before, but the unique culture of entrepreneurship we have in Silicon Valley, taken across to other parts of the world. How unique you felt it is here in Valley compared to where you come from?
Well, so one of the blessings I had is I'm an immigrant. So my parents brought me here from Iran when I was a child. So we definitely grew up in a kind of an immigrant household and understood kind of multicultural backgrounds. I was very comfortable working with people and interacting with people from all over the world. And growing up in Washington, D.C. was very multicultural. The school I went to was a magnet program that had almost 200 countries represented inside of it, Montgomery Blair. So when I went to Berkeley, I started a company at the end of my time at Berkeley. This was my first company, in the garage. My parents wanted me to become a doctor, and the typical immigrant dream. So my father was very upset that I didn't do that, and I started my first company. And very early on, started working with people from all over the world. And in SGN, for example, we're working with we have offices in Buenos Aires, and we're working with people in Bucharest and Romania. And I wrote a little bit about this in terms of entrepreneurship abroad and the importance of actually investing in the talent that is abroad. One of the advantages that we had in Silicon Valley is just, it's a hotbed of activity, of knowledge, of mentorship, of investment, and it creates this engine that can create innovation over and over again. But the advantage that we had is quickly going away in terms of, we're finding top engineers in Buenos Aires, in Romania, etc. 10 years ago I tried this, it didn't work. They weren't ready, and you fast forward to now, and the engineering talent is equal, if not better, than many of the engineering talents that we can find anywhere here in the U.S. And what that means is, and we saw this in the financial crisis, that all of our economies are interconnected. And it's economies of every type, not just financial, but economies of talent as well. And in that interconnectedness is a future where we can basically build companies, have small operations here or big operations here, it doesn't really matter, it depends on the scale of the company, but really build a global business and give stock ownership to people from all over the world who are working for you. Us being able to do what we've done with SGN in a very short amount of time, since September when we launched our first game, we have 1/3 market penetration on the iPhone. We have 12 million installs of our games like iGolf and iBowl and Agency Wars and Fluff Friends, etc. We have a really advanced jet game that's coming out that no one had ever seen anything like it. Multiplayer live jet fighting on the iPhone over 3G networks, over Wi-Fi, and all of that has been engineered abroad. The creative and the creative talent and the design of the games has happened here, but we're also even shipping talent from places like here in the US and France, and taking producers and heads of QA and engineers and shipping them to Argentina. So there's this cross-fertilization that's happening. So what I'm saying is that we have to, as entrepreneurs, realize that the future is this. And if that's the case, we have to invest in building bonded relationships and trusted relationships with entrepreneurs around the world. And if we do that, then we can really build the next Googles, not just here, but with talent pools around the world.
Right. Thank you so much. Appreciate the time.
Sure.
Great to have you here.
Great. Thank you.